Hi, take a second to hear this. Have you ever heard of the condition prolapse of the uterus or the womb? If not, come closer and let's dive into it. So the uterus or the womb is normally held in place inside your hip bone with various ligaments and muscles. So basically what happens in prolapse of the uterus is that the womb moves down from its normal position because the things holding it up in place, that is the muscles and the ligaments, gets weak. So uterine prolapse or prolapse of the uterus is just the falling out of the womb from its normal position. So we have 4 classifications of prolapse of the womb, but before we dive into it, let's get into the overview of the female reproductive system. So the female reproductive system consists of the external organs and then the internal organs. So the external organs are also known as the vulva. These are the organs that we can see with our naked eyes. And then the internal organs are the ones inside. So with the internal organs, when you get to the vagina, you move to the cervix, which is the mouth of the womb or the uterus. Then you move to the uterus. Afterwards, you get to the fallopian tube and the ovaries. Now, let's dive deep into the classifications of prolapse of the womb. So the first one is the first degree. So with the first degree, the cervix descends below its normal level into the vagina on straining, but does not protrude from the vulva. So in this case, the cervix moves down a bit into the vagina when you strain, but it doesn't come out. Okay, the second degree is the next one. So with the second degree, the cervix protrudes from the vulva on straining. So as you can see in the image, the cervix comes out of the vagina a bit when you strain. Again, we have the third degree. With the third degree, the cervix is outside the vagina. So literally in the third degree, you can see the cervix coming outside the vagina. The last but not the least is the fourth degree. So with that one too, the whole uterus is completely outside the vulva or the external genitalia. In other words, the whole womb comes out completely. These classifications helps healthcare providers to know the severity of the prolapse and also guides them in treatment. That's all for today's video. Thanks for listening. In our next video, we will be exploring the causes and signs and symptoms of uterine prolapse or prolapse of the womb. Please do well to hit the plus sign and follow this page, like my content, and then share your thoughts in the comment section.